that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. Open man, here is Cobb. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Jones.
If only I could turn back.
Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into... Douglas picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Calling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. From his end zone, Wilson. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, Prescott stripped. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis. Packers are going to have it here at their own 15.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Complete. This is Lewis. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Going for it all. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And now off to the races down the right side. 20. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still 1st half. But they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now...
Davante Adams as time expires in the 1st half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Rodgers now. A final shot before break. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy 1st half. And Coach Davis, if you were... And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott from the gun. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And Lamb, it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 77 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Osa Odighizuwa. Give him the credit for the sack. And throwing is Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Carlos Watkins in there for the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And then here I just saw there was nobody outside. So then, just motion. Then his user was over there. And if he fouled him, I was going to have a laser across the middle. If not, it was a touchdown.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
There it is.
Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He'll find Lamb, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Prescott on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 36 yards. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Back to throw, Rodgers. He hits Adams, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Rodgers to throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. So it's all over. A green